Okay. A little bit later than I intended, just because I needed to get set up, but I'm here, and this is the Untitled Anarchist Seagull Channel's Midnight Insomnia stream. Or, well, if you're in a place where it's actually midnight, of course, perhaps you're someplace where it's actually a completely normal time to be doing a stream. It's the handy thing about time zones, and at least some of them, the hours I keep are normal. And okay. Well, we need to see if anyone joins us tonight. Just going to do a bit of puzzling. Okay. that'll be mate. And that'll be mate. And that's a mate. And there we go. Yeah, one of these. And that's a free rook. Well, not a free rook, it's... And that's a queen. Okay. Oh. Fairly obvious upon reflection. Now I gotta move this defender first. Now. Let's see what's going on in Chile today. Okay. Before we get started on this, there's just a pretty obvious content warning. This is going to involve the Chilean military police, Carabineros de Chile, or Paco Culio, and their latest tactics to prevent any kind of documentation of what they're doing at the protests that are going on every day and have been pretty much constantly in one way or another since the uprising began in October 2019. So, if that's the sort of thing that you find you don't feel like you can handle at the moment, this would be a good time to take a little break, get a drink, or just a little suggestion. One of my favorite pieces of come down viewing, just search for Porcupine Eats Pumpkin. Everybody needs a little bit of that in their lives. But okay, let's just see. How's that crop looking? Get it a little bit better than that. That's not what I was trying to do. No, not the mini player gut. Wrong thing. See, technology actually normally works reasonably well for me. Okay. Let's just see, make sure that crop's decent. This is as good as that quality gets. Okay. See, this is the latest thing that the military police are doing. Actually, you don't see a whole lot, which is the whole point. Since they don't want to, they want to make it as difficult as possible, and of course it's buffering as well, to for the press and human rights observers to document when they're grabbing people. They're shining floodlights directly into people's lenses. Yeah, notice every time I'm shining it directly into the lenses there. They're not using it to illuminate any of what they're doing. They're using it primarily to prevent people filming. Okay. See if there's anything. couple of months ago, the military police murdered a young man by the name of Francisco Martinez in Panguipulli in the south. And then, just to make things, just because they love to dance on people's graves, they actually tried to invade the neighborhood that his wake was being held, and the locals were not having it. You can see what they're up against in Chile right now, because this is pretty much every day these days. And so, Jesus, the buffering is terrible. See, it used to be that the people in the hoods who would actually directly engage the cops on the front lines were smeared by liberals, but to a certain extent, some of them still do a bit of that. But they have to be a lot more careful now, because huge numbers of people have now seen the value of having people who are ready to actually put up a fight. And now you hear them spoken of quite respectfully as la primera línea, the first line. They have also been, unsurprisingly, one of the major sources of prisoners, political prisoners, during this rebellion. What you're seeing right there is a guanaco. That is the local term for it. It is a water cannon, except it doesn't just shoot water. They've found caustic soda being shot out of it. All sorts of things. Chilean military police are fucking evil, and at this point, basically, nobody likes them anymore. It used to be that they were the last institution that kind of had 50% support, which was high by Chilean standards. Most of the institutions have way less than that. But after the uprising, after people saw all the shit they got up to in response to that, people just despise them. Maybe just play a live game now. Otra vez uno de Chile. it. And, come on, where's that window? Okay. Still not entirely sure when I use the restream chat whether that's actually going to go to the chats I'm actually using. So I like to do a little test. Let's just castle for the moment. And get ready to develop that bishop to b2. He hasn't yet actually got his rooks connected. Probably get some kind of use out of that. Nobody's really claiming at the center at the moment. Yeah, retreating is a good move. Underused move, really. Y luego dicen que es un mito que donde quiera que andí siempre va a encontrar un chileno. Es cierto, weón. Están por todas partes, weón. Deny a connected passed pawn. And attack that little knight. Alright. Okay, apparently having some trouble with the stream. Okay. Divina. Un lobo marino. Oh wow, he's in some time trouble. Surprised, I would have thought I was in time trouble since I had the connection problems. But he's only got 30 seconds here left. Oh, hey, Erica, how are you? having some connection trouble, and I seem to have been auto-logged out of Restream web chat, so I only just saw your message a second ago. Hopefully that's because you only sent it a second ago. Ah, shit, and in the midst of this, I've still gotta actually make a move. Oh, well, good to hear it. I'm still getting the hang of all of this technology. Ah, okay, good. And now you're showing up on the Restream web chat again. Excellent. Yeah, okay, you're the first person to show up tonight. That's good to see. It actually is much easier for me to have somebody to play off of. Okay, so my move now. Not looking to trade rooks because the rook's about the best thing I've got. So, what have you been up to? Oh, thank you. Gracias, weón. Me encanta la torre. Y sí, me voy a quedar en la mía también, pues, weón. Okay. I even managed to avoid doing it without flagging. Well, no, I did flag him. What am I saying? Punsok. Oh. How's my sound, by the way? Can you hear me okay? I'm never sure, because if I put the sound on, then it ends up going into an endless echo loop, and it's an absolute pain in the ass. And then I can't really tell which sound is mine anyway. Oh, anything interesting? Yes, I've been keeping up on that. Seeing your posts, I mean. Yeah, my connection's not great, and OBS is being OBS. I really need a better computer to do this on if I wanted to go perfectly smooth, and an Ethernet jack, which I haven't really got. It's all very provisional because I'm stuck here for pandemic reasons. Can't wait for that to be over. Okay, glad to hear it. I've spent the day, since I've got a couple of days off of translating, I've been working on putting in the changes for my book that I've had a huge, like a ream of longhand additions and modifications and things. I just haven't had the time to put it all together so that I can actually get ready to get the thing released. So I've been working on that for the past couple of days. Well, at the moment I was considering two possibilities that I'm certainly open to some input on this. One is to play some Geoguessr and just chat while we do that. The other is to find a Caleb Maupin video and take the piss out of him, because I've just... It looks like such fun dunking on that asshole. Oh, you did? Cool. Where do you stream? So, as I said, I'm open to some input there. Think I might have a smoke before moving on, though. So, be back in like 5, I think. And when I get back, just let me know if either of those things sounds interesting. If you got any suggestions, hey, I'm open to it. Turn mute off. Ah, yes. Streaming Elite Dangerous, is that like sort of one step above business class dangerous? Like, what kind of miles do you get when you're with Elite Dangerous? And yeah, he is low-hanging fruit, but on the other hand, he has such ridiculous mannerisms, and he is, I insist on this, John Stossel's fursona. And as gratified as I am, the fact that apparently we have outlived John Stossel's career at this point, because every time I mention his name, people are like, who's that? I mean, that's kind of tempered by the fact that the assholes who come after him are just so much worse. God, I mean, but his mannerisms, though, it is so totally John Stossel in 2020, listening to working class people be reasonable and going, give me a break. I can't do the fucking voice. I that's probably a good thing that I can't get my voice to be quite that irritating. Spaceflight sim, that sounds kind of cool. I'm very gradually putting together a PC on which I will actually be able to play games that are GPU intensive again. Very careful about doing that on this one because, quite simply, I think that's part. I had all sorts of problems with this thing. Was an amazing computer when I got it. Then I had the DC adapter jack stopped charging, and the normal place I go to replace those things was on holiday, and so I ended up going to this cowboy asshole who managed to turn my computer, which actually ran fine, apart from this DC adapter thing, and totally wreck it. I can certainly shout it out, but I'm not sure if I can pronounce it. Is that Sugondese? Or Sugondese? Sugandese? Where is your hometown? Hello, Light. Thank you for joining us. And okay, now I'm going to have to look this up. Geographical things that I don't know about, I have to find out more. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Oh, that's cute. Yes. Oh, that's... Yes, that's terribly... That's very droll. And completely thwarted by the fact that I'm so insistent on getting the correct pronunciation of things and immediately thought that that had to be someplace in southern Italy. It just doesn't work when it's Sugondese, which is what it looks like to me. So, okay. Yes, this is enlightening. This thing is starting to do a segment in this thing. Oh yeah, I know. That was where everybody remembers hating him. That's where he went to be hated back in those days. Then I think he went over to Fox News, and like, and then he just sort of disappeared in a hail of Ben Shapiro and Stephen Molyneux and other assholes who managed to make him look almost kind of, well, actually still fairly an asshole. I mean, he was what we had instead of PragerU back in those days. And he sucked worse. He found a way, and now he's reincarnated as Caleb Maupin, the Nazbol ghoul, Lil Nazbol as I call him, who Yeah, always looks like he's filming in an airplane toilet. I don't know what the hell it is with the angle he's using. It's like he's on Apollo 13 or something. And Houston's about to have one less problem once he takes off and doesn't come back. Northern Ohio. I can't talk. I'm from Southern Ohio. All sorts of fucked up shit. Everything's fucked up here. We've got like a couple of decent areas where it isn't just straight up a combination of just white supremacy and fundamentalism, and then there's just all the rest of it. But we also have an abandoned subway, because abandoning public transport is projects that sound promising is sort of the Cincinnati trademark. I was thinking of doing a segment on here occasionally, since there's a full stream and an archived stream of every day's North Korean every day's North Korean television broadcast, the full broadcast, doing a thing where I go through the bit where they say what's coming up, so that people can know what they're probably not missing all that much. 실시간 채소. 무슨 일이야? Yeah, Fox News is just sort of the collection bin for all of those motherfuckers. I mean, until fucking Twitter happened. Yeah, I mean, once Twitter happened, it was like somebody clogged up Fox News and it just emptied out all over everybody's floor, everybody's living room. Okay. These buildings are interesting. This does not look... It's like... They're sort of as boring as North America, these buildings. And yet... They're way too orderly, somehow. They're all very perfectly rectangular. There's not much of a verge. What am I looking at? Okay, this a cute indicator. Have we got... Tomari. We're in Japan. I was just about to say, the lack of a verge. That sounds like a residential area in Japan. Okay. 아이고. 야이씨. 타이고株式 会社. So far, not really getting anything particularly enlightening out of that. An 880 number. Oh yeah, Facebook's certainly been collecting. I mean, social media in general. I mean, if you wanted to just sort of put together a collection of assholes and refine it to make sure that to limit the number of non-assholes you get in your collection, I mean, the algorithms they use for bans and things like that on Facebook and Twitter would be kind of ideal for that. Oh, wait, there was a sign there. possibly a sign that tells me things about the location. Yeah, but I can't get a decent angle on it, so we're going to give that one a miss. Neogarden. Neogarden. Is that where you, like, bury your Neopets after you've killed them? Iheaneto. Okay, no, I was just trying to zoom in better on that bloody sign. I was trying to go all the way past it. And I certainly wasn't meant to go here. Well, yes. And then you get... I mean, my favorite thing was that when the CEO of Gab started complaining about all the Nazis that they had there, and it's like, I mean, you founded the place as Nazi Twitter, where they could go, and you're surprised that you ended up with a fucking social media service full of the worst people. Oh, come on. Find me a main road, will you, please? Okay. Someplace in Japan. Fuck it. Someplace in Japan that is assiduously avoiding any real indication of where it's located. Statistically, that's a reasonable place for it to be. 80 miles away! Holy shit, it was just outside Nagoya! That's where I went as an exchange student, fucking hell. Okay, I wasn't, I had no idea, but actually, okay, no wonder I was kind of, the street felt kind of familiar. I imagine the architecture is fairly similar throughout the region. Well, I mean, Amazon's got its own bullshit to concentrate, and they keep it in little bottles. And then they lie about that using shitposting accounts that are apparently meant to be brand ambassadors. Okay, this is definitely on the other side of the Atlantic. Roundabouts. Streets in not very good shape. Give me a street sign, would you? Oh, yeah. Amazon needs to be broken up. Or, I mean, on a certain level, it's like it's almost kind of practical that all of the things are ending up in the possession of few enough capitalists that you could fit them in, like, a passenger lift, because it means when it comes time to just take the shit over, we don't have to knock on anywhere near as many doors as we would have 20, 30 years ago. It's like... yeah, just wait for Jeff to swallow up even more of this stuff. Like, hey, Jeff, yeah, we're taking it back. Yeah, I don't even have to break a sweat. You don't even need more than one address in your address book at that point. Okay. I'm thinking this is Britain. Except these detached houses are kind of throwing me off a bit. And the fact that I'm not really seeing any signs indicating which side anyone's driving on. But like that roundabout design there, that's very much something I remember all over the place in Britain. Like that. Actually, it would be funny if this was the way to Cardiff Airport. Which it could be. Yeah, I mean, it's so fucking nondescript. Okay. Oh, we got a sign, and that looks British. Bestwood Estate Community Centre, Gainsford Crescent. Yes, we are in Britain. There's just something about the shitty infrastructure, the roundabouts, and the uninspiring council architecture that says Britain. Okay, Bestwood Estates. Where the hell is Bestwood Estate? When I play this, any sign you find, you can that's fair game to research. And it turns out it's Nottingham, and one of the results you get when you look up Bestwood Estate is Bestwood Estate riots. Okay, Nottingham, Gainsford Crescent. Okay. Use my big map because I hate that little map that they've got on Geoguessr for narrowing anything down. I go to Nottingham. I actually shot a little debate video in Nottingham several years ago about whether there was any point in dedicating any energy to Corbyn back when he was new. And I got condescended by an old Labour Party bureaucrat, local, about how I was too structuralist for suggesting that actually, even if you put him in there, the party is going to basically carry on as normal, and if he tries to do anything decent, they'll fight him at every turn, and he will eventually stop trying to do anything decent. And yeah, my take on that aged pretty well, actually. I don't know about him. Okay. Nottingham. Mapley, Bulwell, Kilsick, St. Anne, Sneinton. That's a great name. Carlton, Daybrook, Arnold, Kilsick. Oh, Kilsick, not Kilsick. Kilsick sounds like Matt Hancock's fucking health service policy. Sherwood. Where in the hell is the Bestwood Estate? The Bestwood Estate. It sounds like some sort of country stately home in a porno. Okay. Just so we're clear about that. Staten. No, it'll be in there someplace. Fuck it. Some of these I can narrow down, way down, but I honestly... Okay. Nottingham. Oh, Milton Mowbray. The Bill Gates of food intellectual property. Still, nonetheless, 4 miles. Not bad. And that's what I said. I said, if you're going to spend a couple of minutes voting for him as leader, go ahead. It probably doesn't do any harm. But there was just no fucking point in wasting any further time, because to the extent that he had any inclination at all to even do anything, the only way that was going to be possible is if there was such a huge fucking independent working class organization going on. If people were struggling independently to such a degree that they just, concessions had to be made. And the thing is, before Corbyn showed up, that was actually going on. And what's interesting is now he's off the scene and Labour's gone back to just sort of happily dancing their way towards complete irrelevancy under the great leadership of Keir Starmer. I mean, honestly, I've said, maybe, for all I know, he's a communist sleeper agent trying to neutralize them as a vector of recuperation. And, if he were one, he certainly wouldn't do anything any differently, because he's, turning everybody who actually likes the Labour Party, who's inclined to support it, off. And I think it's wonderful. I think that's a big part of why there's this militancy, again, that we haven't seen in years, around the giving the police kind of absolute power bill. Yeah, I'm not sure where that video actually is, but it is kind of Bonds rugueuse. Okay, we are in France. And more sort of crappy buildings. Oh, but the infrastructure's better. See, you can tell we're no longer in Britain because the streets don't look like they've just been, smashed by tanks or something. American-style infrastructure. Yeah, okay, so we're in some rather, actually, fairly pretty French country place. And I believe I see a welcome sign. Village de la Forêt de Chaux. Okay, that'll get us there. Village de la Et c'est où ça? Grotte. C'est grotte. Oh no, okay, fully. What? Okay. Oh, it's in Brittany. Or no? La Viellois ou la loi? Tour refusé, la Viellois, Clairière du Chaux, Tabarnak, c'est où ça? J'ai des grands tours qui traversent la forêt, de part en part, je n'ai 8 bornes. Jura Doub. Ah, okay, on the exact opposite end of Brittany. I saw something to do with Brittany. Okay. On y va. Yeah, I've been getting the impression that the IWW's been having problems lately. Well, lately. Past few years. Équipe nationale Viaca, Montdardiche, Cévennes, Grenoble, Écrin, Guérard, Pontcharrat, Chambéry. Ok, Jura. Okay, what is it? Dole. Reste la ville de Dole. C'est où Dole? Voilà. Dijon, home of mustard. Vichy. Mayak. Valence, Lyon, Baligny. Okay. Well, have a good night. Thank you very much for joining me. It's always nice to have somebody to talk to on here, and it's just so much better content when I actually have somebody to play off of. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I will be here again tomorrow. It's roughly the same time. I've started doing this at midnight Saturdays and Sundays until roughly around 2 a.m. depending. So, have a good night then. I think I'll probably knock off now as well.